Ridges.
Hi, and welcome to On Track. I'm your host, Lindsay Carlson, here at Dan Ridges. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
You were here before, actually, so thanks for coming back.
I was here a couple of years ago.
Yeah, so how did you get started with music?
When I was a sophomore in high school, my parents bought me a harmony guitar, an electric harmony from Sears, and I tried to learn Black Sabbath and Metallica on that, and then realized that I really can't play that stuff. So I kind of left and went back to the guitar throughout my life. But when I was probably in my late 20s, early 30s, I started playing an acoustic guitar that my wife got me as a wedding present, and started taking classes at the Old Town School of Folk Music in Chicago, and started to get a little bit more serious about it. Started writing songs. So I really didn't get started with songwriting until my 30s. I was in my 30s. So
That's cool. Mm-hmm. I noticed you brought a harmonica in, mm-hmm. and I thought that's really cool because it goes around your neck.
Yeah. It's got there's a I don't know what the contraption's called, but it holds the harmonica so that you can play the guitar and play the harmonica at the same time.
That takes some multitasking. I couldn't do that. What genre of music would you say your music would fall into?
I guess folk music, American folk music, a little bit of a country twang to it, I guess. But that harmonica is a kind of a staple in folk music. Bob Dylan uses it. There's a guy by the name of Dan Byrne that does a lot of folk type music, and he does that too. So
that's cool. How long have you been playing?
Off and on since I was a sophomore. It's really kind of I'm a teacher by trade, so I'm it's kind of more of a hobby than it is a vocation, I guess.
That's cool. So your first song is called Stand Your Ground Blues. What's that about?
That is a song that I wrote shortly after the Trayvon Martin was shot in Florida, and all the controversy over the Stand Your Ground laws there. So I was just thinking about it one day and wrote the song. So
that's cool. So let's take a listen to Stand Your Ground Blues.
Georgie got himself a pistol. Georgie got himself a gun. George got in his car one evening and shot a young man named Trayvon. The police, they told old George to step off. Told old George you wait in your car. Georgie didn't listen, did he? And that's when things that went too far. Nobody saw that altercation. Nobody saw that dreadful fight. All that we know that is for certain and he died that night. Left him for dead up in that backyard. Left him for dead up on that lawn. Left him for dead, all but guilty, thanks to a law called Stand Your Ground. George was set free in that courthouse by a jury of his peers. He now walks this earth a free man. Judgment will come at the end of his years. Judgment will come at the end of his years. Left him for dead up in that backyard. Left him for dead upon the lawn. Left him for dead, all but guilty, thanks to a law called Stand Your Ground. Thanks to a law called Stand Your Ground.
You're doing great. We're gonna try this again, okay?
Okay.
Wheels, pedals, handlebar, brakes. Sit up straight, keep your weight in the center, keep your eyes on the road, hands on the grips, butt in the seat. If we feel ourselves falling, what do?
Just keep pedaling.
Good girl. Now remember, it's all about balance and steering. Steer with your hands, steer with your body. Steer into the corners and you stay out of trouble. And the bell's your buddy, so go ahead and ding that. All right, you ready? Here we go. Pedal, honey, pedal. There you go, you're a bike rider.
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain.
Thanks for calling the GED Pep Talk Center. Jerry Siller speaking. Your level 7 in-your-face pep talk.
I can keep pushing you. Believe me, I'm good at it. But at some point, you're gonna need to start pushing yourself.
See, once you've got your GED diploma, you'll feel so good about yourself.
You tell them. You can't change your past, but you can definitely change your future.
That makes me so happy, I'm ready to bust out a dance.
Mr. Trejo, can I transfer this guy to you? My gentle technique isn't really working. You need something a little more
persuasive.
Yes.
You listen, and you listen good.
Hey, where's my sandwich? Terry? Terry!
Take it from me, the King DMC. It's a real cool thing to get your GED.
Get that diploma!
Now hold on and we'll find you free GED classes. Capiche?
Whatever motivation you need, we've got a pep talk for you. Get your GED pep talk and find free classes at yourged.org.
Hi, and welcome back to On Track. I'm your host, Lindsay Carlson, here with Daniel Ridges. So where have you played?
I played in the city at the Empty Bottle with Chris Picciuolo, who's a fantastic musician and drummer. We played at the Red Line Tap too, and I've just played around the western suburbs and open mics and coffee houses and things like that. So yeah, nothing big. It's it's more of a hobby, but it's nice if I have if there's other musicians that are out doing something and they don't mind if I join in, then I'll come and maybe do a couple of my songs or some of their songs or something. So
that's cool. Have you gone on any tours yet?
No.
No, not
no,
yet.
I don't. I'm not gonna go on a tour. I don't
no,
think.
That's not a plan for you?
No, I work. I've got kids. This is my that's my life. This is fun to do. It's fun to be here, and it's fun to play when I can.
Well, that's cool.
But,
that's really cool. Out of all the songs you've played on stage and all that stuff, which would you say you get most into?
Well, I like Surrogate You is a good one that I like to play. It was written by a friend of mine. But it's a nice song. I like playing that one. I also like the America song. That one always gets a rise out of the crowd. So
That's cool. Is it just you, or do you have a band?
It's whoever's around. If we, somebody will get booked somewhere, and then they'll want people to come and play with them. So, if I get a booking somewhere, I'll call, Chris or somebody else that might not be doing something that night, and we'll go out and play. Or else I'll just do it by myself. So,
nice.
It's whoever's around that, we know. I know a lot of people in different bands, and so we just kind of hook up whenever we can.
Awesome. So your next 3 songs are Good News, Oh Mama, and Surrogate You.
Mm-hmm.
Out of those 3, would you say Surrogate You would be your favorite?
Yeah, I like that one. I like the Good News, too, because it's kind of a funny religious song, so it's fun to play that one, too, especially in bars.
That's cool. So let's take a listen to Good News, Oh Mama, and Surrogate You.
I got good news, Satan. Jesus loves me. I got good news, Satan. Jesus loves me. I got good news, Satan. Jesus loves me. Gonna take that righteous walk right through the valley of salvation. Whoa, 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 whoa. Good news, Judas Iscariot. Jesus forgives. I got good news, Judas. He forgives. I got good news, Judas. Jesus forgives. No matter what you've done, you do some sweet exculpation. Whoa, 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 whoa. To his table. Hey, you non-believers, come on to the table. Hey, you non-believers, welcome to the table. Gonna quell your refutation with some transubstantiation. Whoa, 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 whoa. I got news for you, Satan. Jesus loves you. I got news for you, Satan. Jesus loves you. I got news for you, Satan. Jesus loves you. Gonna take that righteous walk right through the valley of salvation. Whoa, 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 whoa. Still weighs a ton. Oh, mama, won't you give me just a little sign? Is there something about oblivion makes this life worth living, or ain't that in the design? Tell Daddy I miss him, and I'll see him again someday. He taught me everything that I know about love, and it served me well, I'd say. Oh, Mama, don't recognize this world no more. Seeing all these folks treat each other like we're jokes makes my heart can't take no more. Oh, the darkness. Oh, the darkness. With unkindness it's entwined, making everybody blind. I've been grinding these gears and I don't know what it's worth. Oh, Mama, gonna wade into the reservoir. Now keep walking till the voices stop talking and I'll get to where you are. Oh, the water. Rushing over me, silence overtaking me. Oh, Mama, it's been 10 years since you've gone. Miss you every day from many different ways, and my heart still weighs a ton. Make me feel anything at all. Makes me wanna ball. 'Cause you don't see me the way I am to be. Through, find a surrogate you. I need a surrogate you. I'm drunk and I'm down, searching this whole darn town for a surrogate you. None of them will do. I need a surrogate. books and I've prayed. I've picked up my guitar and I've played. I've gambled with my muse to find a surrogate you. Need a surrogate you.
Explore new worlds. Read. Visit literacy.gov.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Huntington. Todo oso correcto sabe que la talla correcta significa todo. Especialmente cuando se trata de asiento de seguridad.
I just did what any bear would do.
Así que asegúrese que su hijo esté en el asiento de seguridad correcto para su edad y tamaño.
I like it.
Para aprender más, visite safercar.gov/protegidos.
Oh, hello there.
Oh, where's that bear?
Welcome back to On Track. I'm your host, Lindsay Carlson, here at Daniel Ridges. So where can we find you?
I have an email. Right now I'm not really active online with Facebook or Twitter or anything like that. But I can email a track to you if you're interested in it, daniel.ridges@yahoo.com.
Okay, cool. So your last song is called Warm Morning Light. Mm-hmm. What is that about?
That song is loosely based on students that I had. I was a high school teacher a while back, and there was a girl and a boy who were dating, and the boy couldn't stay out of trouble. And I wrote that song kind of loosely based on their story.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. So thank you for coming back to On Track. It was awesome to have you.
Thanks for having me.
And thank you for watching On Track, and we'll see you next week.
Named her daughter Cinnamon. Moved into a trailer with her best friend to get away from the man she loved, 'cause he broke his promise again. It wasn't that he was a bad man. In fact, he treated her real sweet. It's just that all he learned to get by in this life, picked up in the streets when the sun's in their eyes in the warm morning light. Looks as if everything be okay. to stay. Called her from the south side of Chicago. Told her not to worry her little head. He beat this rap somehow, someway. In the spring he'd be back in her bed. But the nights get so lonely, sometimes more than she can take. She swears she'll light out of there, just disappear for her and her daughter's sake. When the sun's in their eyes in the warm morning light, it looks as if everything be okay. Then the phone buzzes on the nightstand, and his eyes get the weary look again. She knows it's not wise to stay. She just boarded a Greyhound bus for Tennessee. When she got the call and she froze, he was shot through the heart.